more piece of info. People who are somehow not able to join, they can join from YouTube. I'll send you the link. It's about 7 now, so I'll start with the introductions. I'll tell you about propagation. I'll start with the introduction of ma'am as well, and then we'll move on to the webinar. All right. Let me tell you about myself first. I am Yashraj Singh. I work at Propagation. I am sort of the head of the tech team. I'm the co-founder of it as well. We do a lot of stuff, very unique stuff at the high level, so that people who are interested can get a lot of info about a bunch of things like asteroids, a lot of space science, a lot of machine learning, a lot of artificial intelligence. So there are a lot of things that we do. We also do courses. We are going to launch them next month. We will launch a bunch of internships next month. There is a bunch of internships live right now that are not visible to people, but people who know us and are joined in the WhatsApp group, they can join. We are expanding into bioinformatics, space science, as we told you. We have a lot of people, a lot of great speakers. Like today, we have one who have vivid knowledge about things. So you can just experience us on our WhatsApp group, or you can just go on propagation.co.in and you can see us there. All right. A few instructions for you before everybody starts. Please keep yourself on mute. You can ask questions in the middle itself. If you have some question like in the middle, you can ask them. Write them in the chat. We will take them at the end and answer each and every question for you right then and there at the end. All right. Now let's start with ma'am, Amoli Kakkar ma'am. She is a great person. We just had a bunch of conversations right now. She has worked as an astronaut at Titan Space. She's a certified asteroid hunter. She's a dedicated astrophotographer. She is great passion about everything. We just talked. Incredible, just incredible. She has a lot of teaching experiences as well. She has done a bunch of teaching. She has taught a lot of people. She has great mindset, and more than everything, she's very kind. She'll take your answers, everything. So let's start with ma'am now. Here you go, ma'am.
Okay. Hi, everyone. Hello. The first and the foremost thing, this session should be interactive so that I get to know that how many people are understanding what we are discussing and what I am speaking actually. Now, as the topic says that we are going to learn something about the asteroid search techniques. Now, what are actually asteroids? I think so many of you know what are asteroids. Asteroids are small rocky bodies which are revolving in the solar system just between Mars and Jupiter. Yeah. So, but why do we actually want to search for them? We want to search for them because these asteroids sometimes become threat for us, threat for the people living on Earth. See, you must have seen Moon. Moon has multiple craters. You have seen so many craters on the moon. How are those craters formed? Those craters are formed by the bombardment of different kind of celestial bodies on the moon surface. So they can be anything. They could be a comet blasting over there. It could be an asteroid. It could be a meteoroid, anything. So similarly, the Earth is also not safe from the bombardments of asteroid. The very famous asteroid which hit Earth was a cause for the extinction of the dinosaurs. We all know that. So basically, we want to search the asteroids to save our planet Earth, to save the humans' extinction. Okay, so we are living in the 21st century, and there are a number of techniques by which we can help the scientists to recognize where the asteroid could be coming from. Okay, so I would just like to share my screen with you all and start off with the presentation. Not actually the presentation. I hope you are able to see my screen. I just want to.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. So now this is a site of NASA. It's a recognized site. Over here, see, NASA allows us to go through many of the projects called as citizen science projects. Those projects where we as citizens on the world can be a part to help the scientists, the actual scientists who are working day and night to save our planet or to know more about the celestial bodies. We can help them with the data because there is numerous data which is available on the site on where we can help them analyze the data firsthand, and then they can take it forward. So what we can do is we go to the site of NASA. Okay, now over here you can see different things: projects, highlights, publications, NASA citizen scientist. Now I will go to a place called a tab called projects. Now when I scroll down over here, I see different citizen science projects like ozone where we live, space cloud watch, galaxy zoo, X-Snow. Galaxy Zoo is a very famous project run by the Japan organization, exo asteroids, and many more. So we can go to any of this project site and register ourselves and start doing the project. Now, what will happen if I do such kind of projects? The first thing is that we are going to help the actual scientist sitting at wherever position and trying to analyze the data. Secondly, we will be engaged sitting at our own home in our comfort area doing the actual science, the real-time science. Okay, and we are, what would be the result of that? The result would be that we would be recognized for the work we have done if we find out something extraordinary. So suppose we go to the site of exoasteroids. Now, just a sec. Yeah. Now this is actually 100% complete. The project is not available right now, but these are the projects from where we can get started. See, it's a simple page. We can get started over here because this project shows that the data is now finished. So it's 100% complete. So we can shift to some other project. I'll go back now and I'll search for, what is this? This is active asteroids. Yeah, I'll go to active asteroids. Okay. So this is another project on NASA. We have come through the NASA website, but the platform which we are using is the Zooniverse platform. Okay. So now, how do I get started over here? I just go over here and a picture comes in front of me. Now, in this picture, between the crosswire, there is this dot. You will have to identify whether this dot has a tail or a dust cloud along with it. Only the object right in the center. Because this dot doesn't have anything, I click on no and it's done. Simple as that. Now, fortunately, this object has a dust tail. You can see it clearly. So I click on yes and done. And as soon as I click on the correct thing, it says that you have successfully identified the object. So I just click on keep classifying. So this is one technique how we can do it. Now, if I would like you to take to, okay, I would take you to one more site, that is the IASC site. IASC is also a NASA certified site where we work with NASA in coordination with IASC. IASC is International Astronomical Search Collaboration. This is a site which I think so many of the school students are working on it with the help of teachers, us. Okay, so how do we get started? I will just switch off my camera for a second and then just a second.
You can click on the cross, ma'am. Nothing will happen. You won't click the, yeah.
No, I just don't want to show the password. That's the thing.
Oh, okay. You can
Okay.
switch off
I'll
the
just stop sharing and I'll be back again. Okay.
yeah.
Where is my Zoom call gone?
You'll have to come to the tab, ma'am.
Yeah, I have come there. Okay. Yeah, I'll now share my screen again. Sorry for the disturbance, but that was necessary. Okay. Now I have come to my IAC homepage. Okay. Now this is the IAC homepage. I have logged in. And then what we do is we enter the campaigns. Now here are a list of campaigns which are running right now through IASC. Okay. Now, before we enter that, what does IASC tell us? IASC tells us to go to the Astrometrica page, the main page. I click on the tab of Astrometrica over here. I scroll down, and now can you see this Astrometrica setup? This is in italics. I just click on it and the download will start. I will download the Astrometrica setup. This is a software which we will be requiring to find the asteroids. And you know, we actually see the asteroids moving in our image just as this image. Can you see this object moving? We see it right like this. And sometimes we are actually finding a true asteroids. Like I have 6 provisional discoveries in my name. That means the asteroids which I had found, out of them 6 were thought to be actual asteroids. So it is really interesting to be a part of this campaign. So when I enter this, after downloading, I go to the campaigns page, and here I see the number of teams or number of campaigns which are running. See, there are many campaigns which are going on. This month there were only 4, but overall many campaigns are running alongside. Okay. Now, after downloading, what will happen is, see, if I take you to my desktop, can you see this blue icon over here? This is the icon of Astrometrica. When you have installed your Astrometrica properly, you get this. And when I click on this, double click on this, a black window in this form will appear. And over here, the time left will be reducing slowly. So when the time left is done and this page is executed properly, then what happens is this kind of a window, the white background Astrometrica software will appear in front of you. So this is the place where we are going to actually analyze the images sent by IASC, and we are going to find the asteroids. Okay. Now, when we come here, many things are there which we need to do before starting the analysis. That is, we need to register. First thing is we need to register. Okay. Then we need to check over here. Can you see this over here? On the bottom right corner, ps1.cfg. This is the file type from which we have got. This is the telescope type from which we have got our images. That means PS stands for pan stars, and 1 is telescope number 1. Sometimes the images are PS1, sometimes the images are PS2. Okay. Now, if you have got an image of PS1 type, it's absolutely fine that you are ready with your software. In case you got a PS2 image, how will you change it? There on the top, on the top left corner, just below file, can you see this icon, the edit program settings, the blue spanner like icon? I click on it, and over here, what happens is a new program settings window will come in front of you. I click on open. When I click on open, actually this will be available in front of you. These are the 4 settings which will be there. I click on settings, and here I see a number of CFG files. I do not click on anything but as ps2.cfg because I want to act on ps2 file. Now, as soon as I click on open, I see the changes are made here, but we need to click on save and OK, right? But right now, what I'm going to show is that I will have to work on a PS1 file. So I'll be again making the changes to ps1.cfg. CFG means that it's a configuration file. Okay. Okay. Now we are starting with the loading of the images and analysis of the images to find the asteroids. Okay. I go to desktop. In the downloads, I scroll down. I'll try to find a set where I can find both the new and the known object. I select all the 4 images. These are the 4 image files, okay, which I get in one image set. Every image set has 4 image files. You need to open all the 4 image files at one go. So the files are opening. Now this image, which we are seeing, is the actual image of the night sky. And every image has been taken with a distance, with a time gap of 1 or approximately 2 hours. Okay, I'm not sure it's 1 or whether it's 2, but yes, there is a time gap. Okay, why do the scientists at the telescope site keep the gap? Because we want to see the object moving in that particular part of the sky. If it is an asteroid or if it is anything else, it will move to some distance within the time gap. Okay. Now, how do I look for it? We'll go through that again. Now, when the images are open, can you see the images have these grid lines in gray? Yes. So there are grid lines. I'll just zoom them for you. Can you see these grid lines? These grid lines are the actual joining parts of the mirrors by which the telescope is capturing the image. So these grid lines are always present in every image. Need not worry about that. Now the first step after loading is, what we do is, we do the data reduction. Data reduction, what does it do actually? This process actually identifies the objects which we are trying to analyze the part of the sky, it tries to match with the software data which it already has. That means astrometrica के पास जो data है, जो MPC orb है, उसके पास जो data है, उससे उसको वो match करेगा कि ये वही part of sky है. So I do this data reduction. I don't make any changes over here. Now this process takes some time. Okay. Now this is the result of the data reduction. I just close this table. Now if you see after the data reduction, can you see these green spots? That means these stars were identified by my Astrometrica software. Okay. Now the next step, the second step, and a very important step is I click on this black icon of known object overlay. I click on it. And why do I do this? See, IASC has been sending images from years to the citizen scientist. Sometimes what happens is IASC resends the images to the citizen scientist. What do I mean by resend? Resend means that it had sent those images earlier and they had been analyzed by some citizen scientist. But after some time, it again resends those images so that in case there is any change by, what do I mean by any change? Maybe there is a new object roaming about in that particular part of the sky. So we can identify them. Okay. Now, after that, after the known object overlay, what I do is I do a very important step of blinking. Now, why do I do this? I told you that we are getting the images from pan stars by every image has a time gap of 1 hour or 2 hours. Okay. Now, if you see carefully over here, yeah. Can you see this object? This object in the first square just below. Can you see this object? Now this object, when I move one step forward, it moves ahead. Again, it moves ahead. Again, it moves ahead. That means this could be a probable asteroid. Now, how do I know this? Because I will again register this because this object is accompanied by a name called K19M12Y1223 something something. Okay, so this name was given by IASC. Okay, now this object, when it was found, it was actually in this red box over here. But with time, this object has moved farther. ये जल्दी चला गया, जल्दी इसने स्पीड गेन कर ली और ये फास्ट मूव करने लगा. Now if I move back from the first image, if I show you, there are 4 sets of images. That means the time gap is 1 hour, or if you presume it to be 2 hours, if the time gap is 2 hours, then every 2 hours the image is taken and the object in the first image is here, in the second image is here, the third is here, and the fourth it's here. That means the object is moving at a constant speed. Okay, but because this object is already registered by someone else had already found this object. So what we are going to do is I am going to click on this object, and when I click on this object, one more window will come in front of me. That is the object verification window. Okay. Now, This window is really interesting and it tells you many things about the object which we have clicked on. Now it will show us that the SNR, can you see the value of SNR over here is 3.9. That means the object is not really bright. SNR means signal to noise ratio. The small dots over here, the gray dots over here are the noise. Okay. And this is the signal. The black dot is the signal. These are the noise. And this is the signal which we are receiving. So the signal to noise ratio is very low. That is 3.9. But nowadays, earlier, IAC had set a rule that SNR should not be less than 5 if you want to register the object. But now IAC has changed its rule that the object should be bright enough to be visible to us. Leave aside the SNR. It should be visible in all the 4 images. Okay. And can you see this value of G over here? This is 20.9. Now, what is this? Have you known about the term magnitude? Magnitude means the brightness of that particular object. So this is, the brightness is just 20.9. Okay. So what, after knowing all these things, now what I have to do is, because it is a known object, because it is accompanied by a red name with it, so it's a known object. Known means it is registered by, already registered by someone else. I will click on these 3 dots over here in the object designation part. When I click on it, one more table appears in front of me. And this table tells me the DRA and the DDE, that is the right extension and the declination of that particular object. Now over here, I see that the value of DRA and DDE are not 0. They are 0.3, 0.3 and 0.1. Why are they 0.3 and 0.1? Because the object is not there in the red box. It has moved ahead from the red box. Okay, so I do not make any changes in this and I click on OK. One more thing before that. Now the name over here in red is same to the name over here, K19M12Y, K19M12Y. Okay, so I click on OK and the name appears automatically. And I click on Accept. Now, after this step, what do I see? I see that the object is now encircled in a blue and the name has again appeared in blue. This is because I am re-registering the object. So I do the step for all the 4 images for that particular object. I repeat all the steps again. Okay. I hope everyone is understanding what I am trying to say and what I am explaining till now. See, I am not viewing the chat right now. I'll be viewing the chat later on once I finish my talk, because in middle I won't be able to answer your queries. But yes, after the session, I will definitely come back to you. But yes, do let me know if you are all understanding. So, okay. Now what I have done is I have re-registered the object which was already found by someone else. Fine. That means the blue mark is also accompanying the object. Now, this is the way we register the known object. Now, similarly, we need to analyze all the squares one by one. I will check each and every square for a moving object. Now, if you see over here, just at the corner edge of the 3rd square, can you see this black dot? But it is hiding between the grid lines. Now, this doesn't mean that the object is moving. It happens to be moving so because of the effect of blinking. Okay. So now I'll just come down to the part where I will see a new object. Can anyone see the new object? Yes, it is visible in the fourth square in the third row. Now I stop blinking. I go to the first image. This object over here. Okay, this object over here, can you see on the right side of my screen? Can you see this object moving? A very dark black object is moving. I hope everyone is about to see it. Okay, so what do I do is, now I click on this object. This object is not having any name accompanying it. So I have the right to name it. That means if this object is an actual object, if this object is an actual asteroid and I name it, then probably I would be the person who will get a provisional discovery in its name. Okay, now when we find a new object, this is a new object. Okay, when we find the new object, I will see that whether this graph is aligned. Can you see this red line graph? Along with it, there are few dots, white dots along with it. Okay, probably mostly what happens is the graph is not so neatly aligned. The way we saw it in the previous image, the graph was not so better aligned. Here, the SNR value is also quite high. That means the signal to noise ratio, as you can see, the noise is very blur, whereas the signal is very high. So the signal to noise ratio is 17.7. Now I click just in the text box near the three dots to give it a name. Now IAC has set some rules to give the name to a new object. Okay, first thing, caps lock on and 3 letters in capital along with 4 numbers. 3 letters in capital along with 4 numbers without any gap. Okay, simple. The number can be anything, 1 1 1 1. It can be 1 2 3 4, any number. Okay, and I click on accept and the number appears in blue along with the object. I come to the next image. Again, the SNR is very good. It's 18.9. I give it the same name, 1 2 3 4, and move ahead. Next step. Okay. So this is the way we are naming a new object, a probable asteroid in the Astrometrica. See, the things which we are doing on Zooniverse platform are not so technical. They are very simple. Just 1 or 2 steps will be involved. But the things which we are doing on the IAC platform, the Astrometrica, they actually require some kind of training. So what I am doing is I'm trying to give you a glimpse of how we actually work on Astrometrica. So this is the object which I have found. So I have registered 1 known object and 1 new objects, 2 objects in all. I'll register only these. Sometimes what happens is there are objects which are very faint also. There is one object which is really faint over here. I'll just check out. Can you see this one more object? It's also so bright and so amazingly moving. Okay, so what do I do? Because I need not submit the report for this. What I do, I just select only two objects, one known and one new object. Now, after analyzing the whole image set, what I will do, how will I report what I have found? Now we go to the file tab over here. Can you see this part, view MPC report file? I click on that. Now my report is generated on its own because I clicked on the two objects. Four lines are for the known object, these 4 lines, and the rest 4 lines are for the new object. Okay. Now what I do is I just select the whole report from the very first line till the end and I copy it. Right? After copying, I go back to my IASC homepage. Just a sec, it's opening. I'll tell you how we submit the report to the IASC. Okay, so this is my team. I get inside my team and I will select the image set on which I was working from here, from the list, and then I'll select all the citizen scientists and then I will paste my report over here on MPC report and then click on submit. Okay. I hope you have understood how we actually submit the reports and how we actually work on IASC. Now, if you have any kind of questions, I would definitely love to answer them. What is frame movement? The frame movement, the grid lines move because of the effect of blinking, and that blinking has to be done. Why? Because we need to see the object move in the time gap. After every 1 or 2 hours, the image was taken and the object is not at the same place. So how do we identify whether the object is moving or not? So the blinking effect is important. Where can I press? Biswas tells me, where can I do the training required for this? You can always come back to me. What's blinking? Blinking is the effect over here. I just a sec, I'll share it again and I'll tell you what is blinking. ये तो वही बात हो गई जी कि आपने कहा रामायण तो सुन ली लेकिन मेरे को राम जी कौन है ये तो बता दो. ये देखिए, see, the object is moving. Can you see this object moving? Why is it moving? Because of the blinking effect. If I stop blinking, can you see this red icon? I have stopped blinking. So if I have to move to the next image, I'll have to click on the one step forward. Or if I have to see all the images together blinking, I have to see the object moving in every image. This is the way I do it. Okay. So, ma'am, can you repeat how you identified whether an object, where is the question gone? Whether an object is reported or not. See, we can see whether the object is reported or not because if a red name is accompanying that object somewhere near or along, exactly along with that object, that means that object has already been reported. That is why we do the step of known object overlay. Ma'am, is it necessary to have the license and the key to register? Yes, you have to have the license and the key, and it is provided by IAC. I cannot share it because it is illegal. Ma'am, which is more effective between DS9 software with Astrometrica? Because both are used in image analysis. See, I cannot comment on DS9 because I have not worked on it. I have been working with Astrometrica since long. I have never worked with DS, but Astrometrica is simple. Yes, true. How do we name the object we found? Can you please repeat it? Okay, I'll repeat it again. See, suppose this object is moving. I stop blinking. I come back to the first image. I click on this object. I check for the graph. I check for the value of SNR, extremely good SNR, 28.2. And now I click on the text box just near to the three dots. I give it a name, any name. With 3 alphabets in capital and 4 numbers. 3 alphabets in capital and 4 numbers, right? So this is the way we give it a name and click on accept. So this blue kind of a name will accompany the object. Okay. So this is the way we do naming. How do we name the object? We have done that. How to see the brightness of blinking asteroid constant value? I didn't get your question. The brightness is the value of G. The value of G is called as the brightness. Ma'am, for an object to actually be a true asteroid, how much should be the SNR? It should be definitely more than 5, not less than 5. But because most of the asteroids are approximately 80% of the asteroids on the asteroid belt have been detected by citizen scientists, the SNR value can be reduced to 3.5. But definitely it should be visible, moving clearly in all the 4 images. There are multiple image sets to choose from. On what basis should we choose an image set? See, IAC provides you around 20 to 25 image sets in one campaign. Okay. And IAC expects you to do all the image sets, to analyze all the image sets. It is, in fact, better for you also because the number of image sets which you analyze, there is a high probability that you may get a discovery. So it's better you analyze all the image sets. Okay. Ma'am, I am Earth Science graduate and I found this workshop interesting. Thank you. Since I have already interest in space science, how can I proceed further ahead to achieve space career? See, I am not a astronomy graduate. I am a simple homemaker lady, but I had interest in astronomy. I approached people and they helped me out with projects like these. So I devote my time in this. And now I have been I've been working with IAC since last 7 years. So you just wake me up and I'll be able to do the analysis. So I think so to go about in the space career, because you have done earth science graduation, I think so people there are better judge who can guide you, because there are number of things which you can do from home, or even things which you are bound to do professionally by joining some organization also. I hope I was able to answer you in some manner. Ma'am, is it necessary to have the license and the key? Yes. Ma'am, can you please show how to upload the images? And yeah, I'll just show it. I'll just again share my screen. Okay, I'll just close all the images over here. Okay. I go to, sorry, I was too fast. I go to the File tab and load images. There, I know where my images are stored. So I go to the desktop and to the downloads. I have my images in the downloads. These are the sets which are there, and this was the set on which I was working. So I double click on it, and the 4 images are present in front of me. So this is the way I load my images. After loading, we do the data reduction. That is the green icon over here, the 5th icon. And then we do the known object overlay. Then we do the blinking. And then we start the analysis. And to do the analysis, we really need to zoom in. So I zoomed in twice. Okay. So, ma'am, could you suggest another similar software to work with? Sorry, dear, I have no idea about it. Sometimes it's frame movement. So how else are we going to identify that whether the moving object is asteroid or not? See, there are actually 2 visuals which we can see on the Astrometrica software directly, how to identify a proper asteroid. If the object is moving, is covering similar amount of distance in every image, then it is probably a asteroid. And the object is always moving in a straight line. The object will never move in a curve, be it in any direction. It may be horizontal, it may be from bottom to top, it may be from top to bottom, it may be sideways, it may be in any direction, but it will always move in a straight line, and the object will cover the same amount of distance in every image after every blinking. Okay. With the help of Astrometrica, can we publish research papers, madam? No, dear, we can't do that. And if so, then no, we can't do that. Ma'am, what value of SNR is preferred? The value of SNR should be more than 5. 5 or more than 5 is the best. Ma'am, how's the final discovery registered under my name after provisional? See, if you have discovered an object which is likely to be an asteroid, then IAC will send you the preliminary detection. After the preliminary detection, what happens is IAC will again send back that data to NASA, where the scientists will check for the different things regarding that object, and then they will come back to us. They will give us a mail that your discovery is a provisional discovery in a period of 3 to 6 months. The provisional discovery only comes in a period of 3 to 6 months. After the provisional discovery, whether it is an actual asteroid or not, it takes time, about 8 to 10 years to confirm. Okay, so you will have to be patient on this. Ma'am, can you please show how to upload the images? I just showed it. I suppose you have got it. If new name is given already, used by someone, where will be? No, it never happens. It hardly happens. Because there are so many combinations of name, it hardly happens. So there is no meaning behind the 3 capital words and the 4 numbers, completely random. Yes, but the name should be given in such a way that you are able to understand that, yes, this was the object which I had identified. And whenever you identify a new object, I will suggest that kindly keep a note of it somewhere in your notebook, because that may sometime convert to a provisional discovery. Now, how do professional astronomers validate our citizen discoveries? They have different criterias. They have different criterias to uh, what we say. Sorry, I got disturbed. Ma'am, how do professional astronomers validate our citizen discoveries? See, all the professional astronomers have different uh, softwares or different techniques by which they actually know what is the size of the asteroid, what would be the probable orbit of that particular asteroid or that particular object which we have selected. So it takes time. It takes a hell amount of a time, around 8 to 10 years, as I said. So this is the way, and we have to be patient, and maybe there are many more criteria to which the object has to go through, so that it is then now confirmed whether yes, it is a asteroid or not. What will happen after reporting? Will it be considered and verified? Yes, it is considered and verified. And if it is a actual probable asteroid, not an actual, a probable asteroid which you have registered, then you will be getting the preliminary detection report. Your name, the object name which you had given to that particular object will be given in the preliminary detection list. Ma'am, which institute is the best in India to study astrophysics after 12th? I would suggest IISC. IISC is the best. Ma'am, what's G there? Can you explain again? Yeah, sure. See, G is the magnitude of the star. Magnitude means the brightness of that particular object in respect to the background. The brightness by which we are seeing that particular object is the value of G, the magnitude. Ma'am, some already registered asteroids are moving away from its position. Yes, the red box. Is it due to, I really don't know what this Yarkovsky effect is, but yes, we can say that the asteroid changes its path. The asteroid may change its speed due to any reason. Maybe it was hit by some other object. Maybe it came into some kind of a gravitational field. I can't say that, but yes, it does happen. It's too much helpful, ma'am. You are truly inspiring. Thank you. Thank you so much. Ma'am, house final discovery is registered under my name after provisional. See, dear, I've already answered this question. It takes around 8 to 10 years to get the final discovery, and I'm also waiting for that. Is this easy to do with an individual person or by with a team? With what is main benefit? See, if you do it individually, IASC won't register you. So try to find out a team where the people are trying to do the same kind of a project. Okay, so I think so it would be more easier for you to go through the whole campaign. People who want to take part in the asteroid campaign, yeah, this is propagation. Ma'am, can we change the telescope from the USA to Hawaii to Tokyo, Japan? Yes, you can definitely do that. But it is not the telescope, it is the server. Sometimes what happens is there is what we say, the communication gap or some kind of hindrance which occurs in the server. So sometimes we have to change the server from USA to Hawaii, Tokyo, Japan, or right now we are using the CDS Stratford, France telescope, the server. No unknown objects and no known objects then. How can we generate the MPC report, ma'am? Okay, yes. Let me share my screen. Okay. Now see, suppose this is the MPC report. Okay. And in case you haven't found anything moving in this particular image set, why do I call it an image set? Because it is a set of 4 images. So if nothing is moving in this image set, what will I do? I will select the whole report. I will just copy it and I come back to my IAC homepage, and over here I scroll down over here. I just paste this report and remove all the object lines. Can you see these object lines? The 8 objects line this time which I had. I will remove all the object lines. Okay. Now I'll just, sorry. I will try to delete all these object lines. I delete them and then I delete this also. And here what I'll write is no object found. And then I will submit the report. Okay. So I come back here, I stop sharing. Yeah. Now, what's the approx duration for the analyzed asteroid to be recognized? See, the preliminary detection list comes out every week on Friday night. The provisional will be coming after the campaign finishes within 3 to 6 months. And then the final discovery will be made in 8 to 10 years. Ma'am, for detecting the NEOs, can we use the same blinking technique? If yes, how? And how do professional astronomers? I think so. We have already answered this question. How much time will it take for an asteroid to be finalized? I have already told you. Ma'am, I was 8 to 9 minutes late. May I know, after installation, I'm getting CMD while opening the application. What do I do now? If you are getting CMD, kindly write percent local app data percent in the CMD. Write percent local app data percent in capital and then click on OK. Will this video and PPT be available to view later? I hope so. I think so. The recording is on, so maybe you may get it on the YouTube also. Thank you, ma'am. This was really helpful, interesting. Join our propagation. Ma'am, I analyzed an image set and reported, and in preliminary examination, my signature was recognized, and then I checked that asteroid signature in Minor Planet Center. There I found it was already observed 2 years ago by some other person. But during analysis, no red mark is with the signature. If it was found to be an asteroid, will I get the recognition or only the first person? Because the first person's name was not visible when you analyze, the red mark was not visible when you analyze the object. Probably you are going to get the recognition for that kind of an object. I had a small doubt. We capture multiple images of the same asteroid and assign the same name to that object in all intervals. Why do we do this? See, if I travel from Jaipur to Delhi, and then from Delhi to Calcutta, and then from Calcutta to Indore, will my name change? If yes, you can change the asteroid's name in every image. But if I am traveling as Amoli Kakkar from Jaipur to Delhi and from Delhi to Calcutta and from Calcutta to Indore, I will remain Amoli Kakkar. So how can I change the name of the object? Simple. How can we contact you later? You can contact with the propagation team and they'll definitely connect with me, make you connect with me. Thank you. Thank you so much to all the participants. I really love the enthusiasm in you all. Thank you. Ma'am, you said you are working from last many years. What's your motivation? Motivation is my passion for astronomy. I am not technically sound in the field of astronomy, but yes, I have the passion still in me, and I try to stay connected as much as possible with astronomy in any form, whether be it through laptop, be it through sky observation, or be it to attending any kind of session or reading a book, anything. I hope you have enjoyed the session. And Yash, I would like to thank you so much for inviting me for such a lovely session and such a lovely audience.
It's an honor, ma'am. It's all my honor. I'll just finish up with the things. I'll tell them a few more details, and it's been lovely. I heard everything. I have never interacted with the astronomy things, but I loved it. Absolutely.
Okay,
Uh,
okay, thank
I'll
you.
tell the people a few more things. I want to thank ma'am first of all. It was an incredible session. I want to thank our people who worked in the back end, who did a lot of jobs, who did the marketing work as well. Uh, People who have asked about making groups and getting people to join the groups and collaborating with the asteroid finding things. All right, you can join the SA Citizen Science group. It's an amazing science group. We will provide you with the link. You can join our WhatsApp group, and there we know the head, so you can of course connect with them. All right. And people will get the certificates. I think some people had the doubt that if they would get the certificates for the session or not. They will. If you have registered for the propagation this session, you will get the certificate after you fill the feedback form. Your The link will be sent to you immediately right now. You can register from them. All right. Now, a lot more things are coming from our side. Propagation will be a very major platform who will provide you with internships, provide you with free workshops such as this, a great one workshop that this was. Propagation will help you find jobs because we have a great network of people who join with us and interact with us on a daily basis, whether you're from BSc, BTech, anywhere really. We know a lot of network of people who work with us regarding uh, basically asteroid searching, astrophotography. We'll have some sessions on bioinformatics, everything related to that. All right. So please do join the WhatsApp group. We will update you with in there. We'll also email you, but for better interactions, join the astronomy group. Fill the feedback form. You will get the certificate within 24 hours. We'll make it to you and send you emails for all of you whose emails are available. Thank you, Amoli ma'am. I am really intrigued. I'll start finding some asteroids soon as well.
Definitely.
Yeah,
That's the spirit.
yeah. This was amazing. I had never done this. I was a tech guy. I used to make a lot of apps and stuff. I work in a startup, but this was great. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Most welcome.
Yeah. So everybody, I would just request you one more thing. Please turn on your cameras. We'll take just a quick picture so that this becomes a memory. If people are in obscene positions, don't turn on your camera. Just just do it for I'll take a screenshot. Yeah, got it. Got it. Not a lot of people seem to turn on the camera. People might be in bad positions. It's all good. It's all good. We will help you with everything. Do join the WhatsApp group, all right? So we can update you with everything. Thank you, everybody. This marks the end.
Okay.
Yeah. Is there anything else to say, Jitu? Yeah. So on. So yeah, I'll pin you out, sir.
Hey, anyone interested can participate various citizen science project. This project required is a laptop or desktop. Now, ma'am can say there are also project on asteroids, so which you can participate with the mobile phone also
Yeah.
and get discovery credit and some members acknowledge in research paper also. You can find in universe one project ma'am says exo asteroid and another project is the
Active asteroids.
the active asteroids and another project is the daily active and the daily minor planet
Daily minor planet.
and kilonova seekers. This is a good
So there are many
asteroid
projects.
project.
There are,
uh,
see, basically there are many projects to which we can join
can
in
do mobile
through,
phone also by
yeah,
mobile phone.
through mobile phone. Any project which is there on Zooniverse can be done on mobile phone also. You need not have a laptop even.
Even
Through mobile also you can do that projects. But yes, the quality of the
passion is
images,
required. Passion
the
is required.
quality,
Interest. Will have
passion
interest.
is the first thing.
Yeah. So I heard a lot about you, sir. Jitu told me a lot about you, and I don't. Uh, I'm really intrigued. So could you just give a few words to people?
You know, he is the person who has involved me via Zooniverse. When I contacted him, he was the person who had 9 exoplanets by his name. He had discovered 9 exoplanets. That gives a thumbs up to him. Really amazing work, Soban sir. And then I contacted him. And then I came to know about the platform of Zooniverse and no end towards it.
Now, I am Shobhanacharya from Delhi. Basically, civil engineers with 30 years construction experience in various prestigious sites in India, like uh, tallest statue, world's tallest statue, Statue of Unity, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel project, and biggest mall of India, and biggest convention center, biggest hospital, something like that. But uh, interested in science and participate various citizen science project. And presently, I am team member of NASA's four citizen science project, exoplanet hunting team, where published 2000 exoplanet candidate discovery paper. Recently work on variable star and also published research paper 10,000 variable star research paper some days ago, and that news highlighted in Washington Post also. Besides that, participate in asteroid search campaign. I have preliminary detection more than 250 out of 16 number till now provisional discovery status with other citizen science project.
That's incredible, sir. That's truly incredible.
So exoplanets and variable star also
That's very
galaxy
simple.
classification projects, various projects around the world.
We totally understand, sir. I'll give them the link to your WhatsApp group.
Hmm.
The,
And one initiative taken by me, Universe project now translate into Indian language, Hindi and Bengali, which I encourage for our people, our team member. This is translate NASA Citizen Science Project in Hindi and Bengali. Now all NASA Citizen Science Project available in 18 language around the world, including two Indian language. So people
that's,
can participate that projects also.
people from all walks of life, regardless of the
Huh.
language barrier, you can participate in that. That's right. Which, ma'am, we mark the ends. You can just say thanks. Yeah, yeah. And, oh, Thanks.
Thank you so much to everyone, especially the participants, because without the participants, the workshop or the session would have been a failure. But yes, all thanks to Team Propagation also, Yash and Jitender also, really helpful in managing all the things, creating everything on the online platforms, marketing everything, really. Thank you so much. And lovely talking to the people over here, the participants over here. Lovely questions. Yes, anybody needs to contact us, can contact us through the SS Citizen Science Group or through Team Propagation. Anywhere, we are there to help you out in every manner we can.
All right. Right. People can now leave. We will provide you with the YouTube link in the WhatsApp group. The lecture will be available to everybody. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.